there are three special type of angels. It's more than three, but in the Bible it focuses on these three head angels who are who are considered archangels of God, who are basically the leaders of the other angels. You have Michael, who is the lead angel of war, and as a matter of fact, he has control and he watches over Israel, the land of Israel and Jerusalem. You have Gabriel, who is the head angel of, he's like a messenger. He takes messages. He stands in front of God and delivers messages to earth. Like, for example, he delivered a message to Mary that you're going to have a son who's Jesus, and then he delivered the message to John the Baptist's mother that you're going to have a son. And also the last angel, as we all know, is Lucifer, later on known as Satan, Lucifer, which means son of the morning star. Now, Lucifer was, again, one of the head angels of the cherubims. Now, the cherubims are different created angels. It's a special kind of angel who protect the glory of God and the holiness of God. So their job is to protect the holiness of God, okay? And one more thing, they're the only ones, angels don't have wings. Angels do not have wings, regular angels. However, these cherubims and these seraphims are different type of created angels that are wings. And I'll show you, as you see, this is the Ark of Covenant. On top of the Ark of Covenant is those archangels, okay? Covering the holiness of God is in the tabernacle here. And the Ark of Covenant, the Ark of Covenant is this. And then the cherubims, two cherubims, protecting the holiness of God, okay? So Lucifer was the head angel and the boss, basically, of these special type of angels, which are the cherubims, okay? So he was like the gatekeeper, Lucifer. Lucifer was the anointed cherub, who was the gatekeeper, charge of all the other cherubims. In other words, he is the one who got to see God, able to see God face to face and to protect God and to lead the other cherubims, versus the other cherubims were not able to face to see God, okay? So that's the difference. I'm going to read some scripture. Go to Ezekiel 28. It talks about Lucifer, who he was, okay? The beginning of Lucifer. Who was Satan in the beginning? He was one of the best created angels, archangels. Again, Ezekiel 28 and 12, the last part, 12. You seal up the sum full of wisdom, perfect in beauty. He was extremely perfect, beautiful, extremely wisdom, smart. You have been in Eden, the garden of God. When it says Eden, it's not talking about the Eden after Adam and Eve or during Adam and Eve. I'll explain it. This is before Adam and Eve, way before. We don't know, maybe billions of years. Satan used to rule and reign. He used to rule and reign that Adam and Eve. He used to basically rule and reign and control and protect the earth, okay? Every precious stone was your covering. The sardius, topaz, diamond, the beryl, the onyx, jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, I can't pronounce that, and gold, the workmanship of your tabrets, and of your pipes was prepared in you in the day that you were created. You are the anointed cherub. What did I say? Anointed cherub, the lead cherub, who covers the glory of God. He goes before God. So, not before God, after God. When God passes, God is a consuming fire. This is what some theologians have said. Basically, we all know God is a consuming fire, so it just kills everything. That's why when it looks at sin, it burns the sin. So you cannot go before God by who you are, by your name, because you're not perfect enough, okay? So God would walk, and when he walked, he burns, fire, fire. Satan will go behind him and consume that fire and turn down that fire. Do you understand? And I have set you so. You were upon the holy mountain of God. You have walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Stones of fire, okay? He would put up the fire. That's how much power he had. You were perfect in your ways from the day that you were created. As we all know, Satan is a created being by God. Till iniquity was found in you, which was pride. By the multitude of your merchandise, they have filled the midst of you with violence, and you have sinned. Therefore I will cast you as profane out of the mountain of God, and I will destroy you, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stone of fire. Your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. His heart, his pride, he had pride because of his beauty. You have corrupted your wisdom by reason of your brightness. I will cast you to the ground. I will lay you before kings, that they may behold you. You have defiled your sanctuaries by the multitude of your iniquities, by the iniquity of your traffic. Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of you. It shall devour you, when I will bring you to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them who behold you. All they who know you among the people shall be astonished at you. You shall be a terror, and never shall you be anymore. This is talking about, when Jesus comes, he's going to be forever put in hell. Satan is not in hell right now. He's never been in hell. As a matter of fact, if you look at, even now, if you go study the book of Job, it says that Satan goes back and forth. He goes to heaven. He has meetings with God, just like the other angels. He goes before God. He comes to earth. He goes to heaven. He comes to earth. He basically kind of owns the earth. He controls the earth. The only way that he cannot control you in your life is when you have a hedge around you. How do you get the hedge around you? By being a believer, by being a child of God, born again Christian. The only thing that will protect you is the cross and the blood. That's the only thing that protects you as a child of God, and nothing else, because Satan has authority over. And Ezekiel, he is also the leader of worship. He was the leader of worship, of praising God, okay? Lucifer was the leader of worship. That's why he's really powerful when it comes to music. That's why you have to be careful what music you listen to, because he's really anointed. And one scary thing, ladies and gentlemen, though he was cast down from his position, he never lost his beauty, his wisdom, his craftiness. He never lost it. He just got evil. He did not give up his attributes. So therefore he is very, very appealing to humans. He is very appealing. He doesn't come with these ugly, two horns as they describe in cartoons. He's very, very crafty. He knows how to get you, which makes him a very dangerous enemy, because he could transform himself into the angel of light, because he was the angel of light. He was the angel of light, okay? He was the only one that was created as the angel of light. So he could, just because he was casted down from heaven, that does not mean that he lost it all, okay? He actually still believes that he's going to win the conflict. Now, the origin of the conflict. What was the origin of the conflict? Conflict of God and Satan. His pride, wisdom, and beauty made him forget that he was created, that somebody actually gave him, like God actually gave him, made him that way, made him that beautiful, made him with wisdom. and that he actually believed that he was responsible for his pride, he was responsible for his beauty, he was responsible for his wisdom. This actually caused a rebellion. In theology, it's a very mystery in theology. It's called the mystery of iniquity, which means no one knows why Lucifer changed all of a sudden, why he just turned all of a sudden. Why did he feel this way, that he was special because of how good he is, and not because that he was a created being? Intellectually, okay, let's just go to now Isaiah 14 and 12. Isaiah 14 and 12. How are you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How are you cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? For you have said in your heart, this is when his heart turned, okay? For you have said in your heart, I will ascend unto heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. What idiot. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Pay attention to this, like the Most High. He didn't say, I will be higher than the Most High. I will be as equal as the Most High, but he understands that he cannot be the Most High or better than the Most High, but he could be a copy of the Most High, like the Most High. You know what I mean? Even when he does something, he cannot create. He didn't create anything. He just takes what God creates and just messes it around. He's a really good imitator. He counterfeits everything. You know, you created the dollar, he'll take the dollar and just counterfeit it. That's how he is. And then this is a really good explanation of Jimmy Swaggart. In those two verses, we see the formant of Satan's rebellion and revolution against God. It seems that Lucifer, while true to the Lord, was given dominion of the earth, which was before Adam. Like I said, he had dominion over this earth. Okay, we don't know. It could have been billions and billions of years before Adam ever was created. Adam and Eve. After his fall, he worked deceitfully to get other angelic rulers to follow him in his war against God. Okay, verse 15. To Isaiah 14 and 15. Yet you shall be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They who see you shall narrowly look upon you and consider you, saying, is this the man who made the earth to tremble, who did shake kingdoms? So basically this was to show you that he ruled and reigned earth, okay, for most likely billions of years. We don't know how long. And then when he fell, another thing, when he fell, he was able to take 2/3 of the angels with him. The angels that actually kind of worshipped him, kind of liked him, kind of praised him over there. So that's basically like 30% of angels. That's a lot of angels, ladies and gentlemen. So he's very powerful. There are two powerful beings on the planet, on everywhere. It's God and Satan. And there's always this conflict, but we all know, we don't know why God doesn't destroy him. He could destroy him like this. We don't know that. That's a mystery. I personally think sometimes, I don't know, maybe you feel sorry for him. I could prove that from one of the, when Jesus was casting out demons, and he was actually having a conversation with the demons. The demon said, Jesus, please, Son of Man, don't send us to hell yet, please. Can you just put us into the pigs? And 2,000 pigs, that's a lot of money. This man who had a business lost all his pigs because Jesus transferred the demons in the pigs, and the poor pigs died. But just the point is weird that he actually respected them and said, okay, I'll transfer you to the pigs. So, it's his creative being, so he still feels sorry for him, maybe. I don't know. All I know that he could destroy him, but he doesn't yet. He will after Jesus comes, after the 1,000 reign. Again, he's not going to be destroyed during the 1,000 reign of Jesus. He's going to be chained for 1,000 years, and then he's going to be released after that for another 1,000. He's going to be released after the 1,000 years are over, and he will be able to take a lot of people, change a lot of people's minds, and take those stupid people to hell with him. And so that's going to be the destruction. After 1,000 years, he will be destroyed forever and ever and ever. Thank God. I'm sick and tired of the beast. So, he's still, so you're saying, I mean, doesn't he read the Bible? He knows the Bible from front to back. He knows the Bible, okay? He is way smarter than all of us because he's been around for all I know, billions and trillions of years. You can't prove that in the Bible. It could be billion year, it could be trillion year, it could be 1,000 year, nobody knows. And he had, while you don't know God, he was face to face with God. So he is a very extremely dangerously smart fallen angel. So intellectually, he knows that he can't succeed. But his pride, he has so much pride that he's been fighting for billions of years. His pride makes him delusional and thinking that he could, in the end, win God and just take over, and God will not be able to pull it off, to pull off. Like he didn't believe that Jesus is going to come as man and be sacrificed on the cross to satisfy the anger, the rage of God. He never knew that, and he still doesn't believe it. He saw that, and he still doesn't believe it. He still thinks he's going to win. He doesn't believe the book of Revelation. He still thinks he could pull it off. He never stops fighting, and that's why he never leaves you alone, and he will never leave you alone. He really believes that he is going to conquer the kingdom of God, basically. In the book of Revelation, he knows that Christ is coming back to earth to reclaim everything that was lost, that has been lost. Satan doesn't believe that. He's still fighting that. It's incredible. It's really incredible. And one more thing, ladies and gentlemen, just as Satan became full of himself, and as a result, he lost it all because he forgot that he was created. He forgot that God gave him that beauty. He forgot that God gave him that wisdom. He actually believed, because all the angels were loving him and praising him to a point. He actually believed that it was his power that he was that way. So sometimes be careful. You lose a lot of things because you don't attribute all of those blessings. You don't attribute your blessings to God. That is very dangerous when you don't attribute your blessings to God. You don't attribute your money. You don't attribute your beauty to Jesus Christ. Everything that I have, I attribute to Jesus Christ. And therefore my allegiance is to Jesus Christ. My allegiance cannot be to me. I am beautiful. I am this. I am that. I'm smart. But it's not because of me. It's because my Creator made me that way, and I'm proud of the way that I'm made. I wouldn't change my white skin. I wouldn't change my hair. I wouldn't change my Armenian DNA. I wouldn't change anything about me, okay? I'm proud of the way God made me, and you should be proud of how God made you too, whether you're white, black, yellow, red, polka dot, whatever. You should be proud and not try to look like other people. I love myself, and I'm proud how I am and what I have become, and that is all attributed to Jesus Christ and what he did on the cross. Hallelujah. All the power, no power can conquer me, because no Satan, no demon can conquer me. They are under my feet through the cross. They are under my feet. I have a hedge around me, and you You have a hedge around me. Nothing can defeat you. You talk to demons. You talk to, I don't know, fallen angels. You talk to spirits and say, get out of my house. Get out of my life. You have no authority over you because I have authority. Jesus Christ has given me full authority. And you are under my feet. So you have no business in my house, Satan, or your demons, or your fallen angels. You have been cut down like grass, and you're going to wither as the grass herb, just like Psalm says.